All right. I'm going to give you a choice. Like and subscribe to the content or die of boredom. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Uniqo Williams, and we are back with another Keep It 99 reviews. You know the deal. I really appreciate it when you like and subscribe to the channel, like our intro said. Also, make sure that you follow me on my channel, YouTube, on my channel, Uniqo Williams on YouTube. We are on the road to being great. Thank you so much for everybody that subscribed this week. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I just got my first opportunity. You know, Equalizer 3 came out. My cousin told me, he was like, you know, have you seen Equalizer 3, or are you going to go review Equalizer 3? And I was like, I haven't seen 1 and 2 because, you know, I wasn't in the movies like that when this happened, when they came out. So he was like, you know, this is like this dope. Just check it out. So I went ahead and watched Equalizer 1, and I liked it a lot. And then I liked Equalizer 2. I liked that a lot. So with that being said, I went ahead and checked out. I went ahead and checked it out, and man, listen, Denzel's that dude. So let's go through the movie in a sense and how I felt about it. So in the first one, we know that he was just that Robert McCall. He was just chilling, being a guy that's working at like a Lowe's or a Home Depot or something like that. He was working there doing his thing. And then, you know, he's there to protect the community. He's there to protect the people he cares about from evil people being bad. You know, the second one, when his homegirl got killed, he went and he did his thing. And y'all know how those two movies went. This one, we find ourselves, Robert McCall finds himself in Italy, taking down these guys that have been distributing drugs for terrorists. So they were getting money, and the terrorists were using it, or they were getting drugs, and the terrorists were using the money in order to fund some terrorist attacks and whatnot. So the movie starts off, Robert McCall's in Italy. He goes to his vineyard, and everybody's already dead. By the time the camera pans in, like, everybody's already dead or maimed or probably dead. And the head honcho goes in there. He comes up with his grandson, it appears, and tells the grandson to stay in the truck. So Robert, he goes into the vineyard, or no, Robert's sitting in a chair when the big boss comes in. He gives him a choice. He's like, listen, you can stand down, or in 9 seconds, you got 9 seconds to figure it out, or you dead. He does his cool stuff that he does, takes everybody down. And then he goes outside with this bag. Apparently he was getting something back for somebody. And that's what he does. He's Mr. Rogers with a murderous instinct. So at any rate, he goes outside. The kid tells the kid to just stay there. The kid actually gets out, and while he's walking away, and actually shoots Bob in the back. And he drives. This guy saves him. He's who happens to be a police officer in the small village town of Alamonte. And so he's getting taken care of by this doctor, and he's getting to enjoy Italy. I mean, this part of Italy, and of course, it's being attacked by, or being shook down by, gang members or the mafia, so that they can start making casinos and all that type of stuff. So at any rate, Denzel does what he does. Robert does what he does. He just chops them down. He just chops them down. There's a scene in a restaurant where he does something with this nerve that's between like your thumb or whatever, to like the second in command of the mafia that's trying to take over. And you think it's over, and then next thing you know, a truck comes and splatters this guy against the wall, and then people get shot, and then people get stabbed, and then they walk away. So now the head mafia guy who's controlling the police and all this stuff, he's like, all right, I gotta get rid of this guy. And who did it? And he came out, he said it was me. So everybody pulls out their phones thinking dude was about to shoot him. So he's like, man, we can't do this because we're gonna be on social media, blah, blah, blah. And then of course, the Equalizer does what he does. And so throughout this movie, I never felt, at first it almost felt like a swan song, maybe. Like, it kind of felt like this might be the last one. He might actually die. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I had this feeling of ain't nothing about to happen to him. That's the Equalizer. Nothing ever happens to him. He's taking on crowds of people. He's taking on military people, um, all while keeping a tea bag in his pocket. You know what I mean? A tea bag and a spoon. He's doing all this, and it just never felt like there was any danger at all. Because like it's over the top. He's just that. He's just that guy, man. Like Denzel's just that. Bob is just that guy. Robert is just that guy. Roberto is just that guy. And so I knew going into it, I was like, man, there's no stakes here at all. Like you just had that feeling. Like he didn't even almost look like there was a piece of vulnerable ability, um, as it pertains to Robert McCall. So, um, I personally, I liked the movie a lot. It was just something to watch. It kind of felt like it was just something to watch. It wasn't like mind blowing, like a crazy. There's no crazy plot. It's just interesting how he goes and takes down all these groups of people like by himself. I just think that's the fun part, and I think that's what draws fans to this movie. I wouldn't mind another one where he's just walking around being invincible, kind of like remember. Well, a lot of people don't remember, but like Steven Seagal is mostly known for this part of like hit, like that's his niche, just being unstoppable and making it look easy, and that's exactly what Denzel did. He did a great job of doing that in this movie. He didn't even really give any like speeches this time. You know, in Equalizer 2, he gave a speech to the kid. But in this particular movie, it was just him just he was just enjoying himself, and every now and then he had to get active. And he handled his business, and he takes down like whole organizations. Also this was so unnecessary, but he like called this FBI chick or CIA girl or somebody like that and brought her into the fold and was giving him information, and she was trying to like figure out who he is. And she goes to Italy, and like she's not even she gets screen time, but like her part in this is like really just she didn't even have to be there. Like she was just there to just like make phone calls and get some drug bust going. But other than that, and then she gets something happens to her. She ends up in the hospital, and then that's just it. It's wild. But yeah, overall, I'd say it's worth the watch. I think it's worth the watch. If you want to wait till it comes out on streaming or something, by all means. But I think that it's worth the look in the movie theaters if you haven't gone to see it yet. So that's my thoughts on the Equalizer 3. So check it out. It's definitely worth watching for sure. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Keep It 99 Reviews. We did the Equalizer 3. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, Overall 99 Media, and make sure you follow all my friends on their social media platforms. They're down scrolling below. Also, make sure that you follow me on Uniqo Williams on YouTube, as we are getting there, and I really appreciate all the support we've been getting. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Keep It 99 Reviews. I holla. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. I holla.